Hello everyone, today we're going to open 3 of the top Series 1 Celebration mega boxes. Going to pause this really quick to rip everything open and we'll see what we get. Alright, we have everything opened up here, so there is 14 packs in each box. Let's start with box number 1 here from the left. Alright, so we have seen all of this base before. I will say, well, so right there we have a Matt Chapman Walk This Way. I was going to say you want to check the last base card in the pack before you get to the turned around stuff, because that is where the Walk This Ways, the hidden dugout, or the hidden mascots and the dugout peaks, that's where those are going to be. So pretty nice hit to start us off. Put that here on the left. And some more, I guess everything else is turned around here, okay. All right, so there's our confetti and a retail holofoil on the left. Kind of make some separate piles here. All right, so that was a great way to start. Hopefully that continues. Looks like these are pretty miscut. You can see it's almost cut off at the top, and there's another color from the card below it kind of poking out at the bottom there. So heavily miscut Jonah Tong. Astros team card. All right, we got Ken Griffey Jr. on the 91. Game Day Drip, 8-bit Ballers, and Mookie Betts on the Stars of the MLB. Paul Skeens, Caglione. There's Bobby Witt, another Mookie Betts, and some turned around stuff here. PCA on the Perennial All-Stars. We have Raymond, the mascot. And NL win leaders on the confetti. And Aranda on the holofoil. And you can pull parallels of the Game Day Drip, Perennial All-Stars, and 8-bit Ballers. They are a little hard to tell, so I do recommend kind of double checking those after you rip. Athletics team card. You got J-Rod on the profiles. Mr. Red. Carson Williams on the 8-bit, and Paul Skeens. Jose Ramirez. Hunter Brown. 8-bit Ballers. Shohei on the Game Day Drip. Sit him there for now. And Acuna on the confetti. So I posted my first video a couple days ago, and really I'm kind of doing this more partially documenting for myself, just so I can look back and watch these and see what I pulled. But I have always wanted to make content of some kind. So yeah, I mean, I've just figured I would try it out and see how it goes. So we have 2 mascots here, but nothing is different about those. Sometimes when you have 2 inserts of the same kind back to back, sometimes that can be like a parallel of one of them, but it doesn't look like that's the case here. Yeah, it just seems like the packs are kind of weird, stuff turned around. All right, turned around stuff here. Game Day Drip. Ken Griffey on the 8-bit. James Wood. Ryan Jeffers on the confetti. All right, so that's a halfway point for the first box. Here's Roman and Meyer, I believe, on the Style and Smiles. All right, got some turnaround stuff here. There's just a rainbow foil. Got Jazz on the All Tops team. Oh, not sure if that's, yeah, I guess that's just part of the pack. Thought that was damaged. TC Bear for the Twins, and Bobby Witt on the 8-bit Ballers. Yeah, after watching the first video, I realized that my camera angle was much too low, so it was just kind of focused on my hands and a little harder to see the cards, so trying to fix that a bit here. All right, Acuna on the Titans of the Game. There's our confetti. Billy the Marlin and Bryce Harper on the 8-bit Ballers. Yeah, so it seems like the first 2 or 3 cards on some of these packs are pretty heavily miscut there. Okay. Nolan Arenado. Love the look of this card. So their jerseys seems to match really well with the white border. I'm gonna actually set that up there. Kyle Teal. There's our perennial All-Stars. So 4 packs left in the first one here. And backwards Nick Kurtz for no reason. And typically, these are supposed to have about 1 numbered card per mega. And we've yet to see one here. Pirate Parrot. We also have not pulled the opening day foil yet. Those are 1 per box. There's Shohei. Maybe that's some foreshadowing. Yeah, numbered cards are roughly 1 per box. Should be. I've definitely opened a couple of these without 1. And then I've opened some that have 2 in it. Ken Griffey on the 8-bit Ballers. That was Mike Trout on the Greatest Hits. I kind of passed by that there. But yeah, maybe since we got the Matt Chapman walk this way, maybe we will not get a numbered card in this one, which is fine. But all right, we have a few turned around cards here. Nothing numbered, but we will take a look. Caglione. There's Bubba Chandler on the confetti. It's a good name there. So retail foil, Mr. Met, and Mookie Betts. All right, maybe they are saving the best for last. Last pack of the box here. Scooble on the 91. Gunnar Henderson. There's Vlad on the Game Day Drip. Mariner Moose. All right, so no numbered cards in the first one, but we did get a Walk This Way. Also that Bubba Chandler confetti is pretty cool. First pack of the second box here. And yeah, this stuff is just all over the place. So we've got backwards, upside down, backwards, backwards. So let's see. That's just a base card. That is just a base card. And confetti foil and retail holo foil. So if nothing else, this will keep you on your toes because stuff is everywhere. So Ellie De La Cruz. More upside down stuff. Red Sox team card. Randy Johnson on the 91. Tatis, Pauls, and Shohei on the perennial All-Stars. There's Aaron Judge. There's Caglione and Bobby Witt. Set those aside. All right. Chad Stevens on the confetti. Tatis. There's Jazz on the game day drip. And PCA on the perennial All-Stars. There's a Kevin Sampson first pitch. Kyle Teal. Got another Shohei on the game day drip and Mr. Red. We are to our turned around stuff here. Gavin Sheets and Andrew Abbott on the foils. Corbin Carroll. Got the White Sox mascot. And our 8-bit ballers. We have a pink of Duvall and a 91 of Caglione. It's pretty cool. I do have a few of these, but I will take another. Bryce Harper, Carson Williams, and PCA again on the perennial All-Stars. I'm also realizing that I had put all the packs behind where we're putting cards, so it's going to be maybe tough to reach those. And Roman Anthony, we will always take one of those. Jose Ramirez, Shane Smith, Christian Yelich, and Roman Anthony on the 8-bit ballers. Also the parallels on these, so the kind of like streaks in the sky here, those are going to be the color of the parallel. So green to 99, gold to 50, orange to 25, and I think on the All-Stars it's going to be just on the border. So instead of the white space, that's going to be colored in, and then the numbered, at least on the 8-bit ballers, is right here in the top left corner. I have pulled one of those so far, so definitely watching for those. Pull these up here a little closer. Jacob Marcy. All right, we have a greatest hits of Michael Bush. PCA, Mismet, and Corbin Carroll. These ones are a little harder to tell on the parallels. Instead of the white background, it's going to be just the color for that parallel. I have not seen any of those yet, though. Seen them online, but not in hand. All right, we got Lindor and Ryan Ritter on the confetti. Another Shohei. If you're going to get a lot of somebody, it might as well be Shohei. I'll take it. We are kind of getting cooked on this box so far, but maybe there will be like an all aces in here to make up for it or something. Got Mizorowski. And the Cubs on the rainbow foil. Albert Pujols on the 91. Chase Burns. Kind of the same stuff we've already seen. So nothing numbered yet at all in our first kind of box and a half here. Looks like we have just a few left in the second one here. All right, Corbin Carroll, Nick Castellanos on the confetti, Christian Yelich again, Roman Anthony again, and 3 packs left here. There's Caglione. All right, Chase Burns on the big ticket player. Paul Skeens and Shohei on the 8-bit ballers. Put him up there as a placeholder for now. All right, Bo Naylor. Confetti, Juan Soto, Raymond, and Gunnar Henderson. All right, last pack. Bobby Witt, Mookie Betts, Jackson Merrill, Ellie De La Cruz, another Mookie Betts, and Mascot. All right, so we got our first pack of the last box here. Nothing too exciting. The Matt Chapman Walk This Way has been the best hit so far. All right, Ichiro on the profiles. Yelich, Schwarber, Altuve, Ellie De La Cruz, Blooper, Manny Machado. Peyton Toley, J-Rod on the 91, Roman Anthony, Tatis, and Fred Bird. Roman Anthony on the Titans of the Game, our confetti, Nick Kurtz, and Mike Trout. Looks like we have a all-top team coming up there. Yeah. Austin Wells, Rainbow. And Shohei on the all-tops team. We'll take that. Mookie Betts, Rangers captain, and PCA on the game day drip. Patrick Bailey on the confetti, J-Rod, Samuel Basalo, and Acuna. Yeah, so this has been pretty underwhelming so far. Hoping we can get something to at least make this a little exciting. I mean, we had our kind of hit of this rip in the first box, and then have not seen really anything since then. Roman Anthony on the greatest hits, Jazz, and Barney Brewer. So that was the halfway point on the last box here. Juan Soto, Bello on the confetti, Ellie De La Cruz on the hollow foil, Alex Freeland, and Kyle Tucker. I'm also realizing that I don't think we got the opening day foil in any of these yet, unless I've missed it. No. Yeah, the opening day should be 1 per box. All right, Brady House, Otto Kemp, Ellie, Wally the Green Monster, and Lindor. We got the New Age Athletics on the confetti, Brian Buxton, Mizorowski on the 8-bit ballers, and Aaron Judge. And it looks like another pink coming up here. Caglione, PCA on the big ticket player, and RBI leaders on the, so that's a pink confetti, so these are pretty limited. They're not numbered, but I believe it's a print run of around 100. So we will sit that up there for now. I'm not the biggest fan of the league leader cards, but I'll take a pink confetti. We got Mizorowski on the confetti. I'm gonna put that there. Mookie Betts, Brewers mascot. Tatis on the 91. J-Rod, Bubba Chandler on the 8-bit ballers, and Lindor. Last pack here. Aaron Judge, Ryan McMahon on the confetti, baseball BFFs on the retail holofoil, Tessie, and Javier Baez. So honestly, pretty disappointing. We did not get any of the opening day foils. We did not get any numbered cards. Yeah, we did get a Walk This Way. It's a short print. I believe these are around 230, either 230 or 320 made. So yeah, not a whole lot of those. It's an image variation. So those are pretty cool. Yeah, unless the opening days are in here. No. So yeah, no opening days, no numbered cards. The numbered cards aren't guaranteed, so that's kind of to be expected, but the opening day foils, I'm not sure if it says it on the box, but yeah, I guess it. Yeah, I guess it doesn't say it on the box, so they probably wouldn't replace those or anything, but yeah, those are typically one per box. So all right, well, thank you for watching. If you've made it this long, I do appreciate it. This has been not the most exciting, so thank you.